right, let's see. We're going to take a number. We divide that by 31. We're going to use the flag and pole method. All right. It's going to be color coordinated. We're going to start out. Our 3 is our pole, right? And our flag is going to be 1. Then I'm going to do this. Here's our line, then it's 1, 0, 9, 1, 2, and this line right here is our decimal line. Okay. Now, I'm going to come over here. I'm going to group these as 2 levels, flag and pole, right? So 1 is going to be pole, 2 is going to be flag with a number, right? So we're going to start out, 3 does not go into 1, 3 goes into 10, so 10 is going to be our first value. 10 minus. We're going to take this 3, which is our pole, 3 times. Now, what do we have to multiply 3 by to get to 10 or close to it?
3.
3.
Or 2.
Well, 3 times 3 is 9. That's about as close as we're going to get. So it's going to be 3. And I'm going to put my 3 right here. Let's write that properly. Okay. Now let's look at the color coordination. All our pole numbers are going to be identified in green. All our quotients are going to be identified in, what's this, purple, blue?
Purple.
Purple. All our flags are going to be identified in red.
Right.
Okay. All right, so now, let's calculate this out. 10 minus 3 times 3 is going to give us
1.
1. That's our remainder. So that goes over here. Anytime we have a value in pole, it's going to go into our quotient. Anytime we're in the flag, we're going to drop the next number down from our dividend. So over here we got a remainder of 1. We're going to have to pull down the 9. So the 9 is what came from the dividend. That right there. Okay. Now there's going to be a little commonality here. So now, where we had the pole, now we have to have a flag, and the flag is 1. So this is going to be 1 times, and what are we going to multiply that by? Well, it has to be 3, right? Because we have to multiply both the flag and the pole by 3. So this is 19 minus 3 times 1, which is
3.
16. Right? Okay. Now, let me get my papers together here. We're going to come down to the next 2 steps. This is going to be step 3 and step 4. This is going to be the pole. This is going to be the flag with the number brought down. So we're going to put our 16 here. From that 16, we're going to subtract our pole of 3 times some other number. 6 would give us 18.
I mean 5.
5 works, so 5, right? This 5 goes into our quotient underneath the 9 here, so now we have 5. All right, this is 15. Let's subtract it away. We're going to get
1.
1. That's our remainder. Our remainder goes down with our flag, and we have to pull down the next number. When we pull down the 9, now we got to pull down the 1, so that's the number we pull down. Minus. Now we're going to do the flag portion times this same number that we had in our quotient. And this is going to be 1 times 5. So this is 6. 11 minus 6 is going to give us?
9.
You mean 11 minus 5?
Yeah, 11 minus 5 is going to give us 6. I said it backwards. Okay. Now, next 2 steps. Step 5, step 6. This is the pole, this is the flag with the number. Bring down our remainder minus. We need our pole again, right? That's a flying pole. So it's going to be 3 times.
2. No.
Oh, yeah, 3 times 2. Wrong color.
Purple. 0.
So this is 2, right? So we got to have the 2 over here next to the 1. And this is going to, 6 minus 3 times 2 is going to equal 0.
So it's done.
Almost. Put the 0 here, right? That's the remainder.
There's another number.
We got to pull down the 2, right? So even though it's 0 to, it's just 2. Minus, now we're going to do the flag, which is 1 times, we got to use the 2 again. 2 minus 2 is going to give us
0. That's where it finished.
0. We're done. All right, just a couple things to, you'll get it in a minute. Just remember, our pole and flag is always going to be the same for each grouping of 2, right? The quotient must be multiplied by both the pole and the flag. You see that in each one of these, 5, 2.
Oh,
See how that's
I was
done?
wondering where those numbers were coming from. Now I see it.
Now you see it a little
Yeah.
clearer now with the color, right?
Make that.
Now, what I like to do is, when I'm pulling it down a number, I like to put an underline under it, just to indicate that's a number I pulled down. So now if I ever get stuck, I can look back, well, what did I pull down last? 1, what's the next number? 2. It'll avoid some of the problems. So, this second time around, I think we got a couple of ways to
A
clarify
little smoother.
some of the things that were screwing me up. All right, now, is that answer correct? So who said yes? How do you know, Latoya?
Because I trust you this time.
You trust me this time. I don't trust myself. Let me check. All right, this is the identity function with 1, so this is 352 to start with, right? Put a 0 here. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 5 is 15. 1, 9, 10. Let's add it up. Is that the same as that?
Yeah.
Then that answer is correct.
See?
Thank you, Latoya. I appreciate the confidence.
5.
Now, the real value in this comes is that we're always multiplying and dividing with smaller numbers than we would if we did the traditional method. So that's where the value here comes. Okay.
I prefer the traditional way.
You do? All right, well.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I understand.
All right, but let's just go through this for clarity, to expand our minds so we learn something a little different today.
Gotta remember my brain.
All right, let's try the next one.
Hold on.
Hold on, who said that? All right, quiet please while we got a question.
The last one, the flag, you didn't pull down 2, you pulled down 0. So why did you put it?
You pulled that too.
That
You
too.
pulled the remainder 0 from the one above it.
Okay.
You have to put that.
See how this went to here?
Yeah,
16 went to here?
yeah,
So this was the remainder, and then I pulled down the 1.
the one, okay.
Then I did it out. Here's my remainder, then I had to pull down the 2. All right, quiet please. Does that answer your question?
Yes.
Let's try another one, just for good measure. Let's take, we don't need these, right? Take this out.
Yeah, I know.
All right, we're going to start out with that. We're going to do our flag and pole. So it's going to be
So it'd be, yeah,
3 to the 4th, right? Then we're going to go like this, 7, 9, 9, 0. There's our decimal line.
so the last number always gets cut out?
Yeah, you move it one over because as a decimal. If you have to put another value here, it's going to be point something.
Okay.
All right, now, how are we going to start out here? Well, 3 goes into 7, right? So it's going to be 7 minus.
Are you okay?
Yeah. I just had like a huge panic attack. I don't know.
All right.
I think I drank too much coffee.
7 minus.
Oh, it
Like
happened.
way.
Glad you're okay.
We're going to put 3 here. 3 times, what do we have to multiply 3 by to 7 to get 7?
2.
All right, so this is 3 times 2. So the 2 goes right here, right? All right, let's close this off. this equals 1, right? Let's go back over here. This is our remainder. What do we have to do now?
Bring out 9.
Bring down the 9. The 9 has to go there. All right, so that's going to be, now we got to use our flag for this multiplier. This is 4 times 2, right?
How are you getting?
You get the 9, yeah, 4 times 2, 8, and then 1 remainder. Yeah.
All right, we good?
Yeah.
All right, so this is going to be 8, this is going to be 11, right?
Yeah.
Bring down the 11.
Over here. Now, we got to go back to our pole, right? What do we have to multiply 3 by to get to 11?
3.
So if we multiply this by 3, this is our new value in our quotient. And so this is 9, this is going to equal 2 is our remainder. We bring the 2 here, and then what are we going to have to do?
Bring down the other 9.
Bring down the other 9. Minus, now we got to get to our flag, which is 4 times 3, because we're using that same quotient that we calculated. This is 12, it's 29 minus 12 is going to give us,
Oh, 12, 17.
17.
okay, that becomes our new remainder. Now we got to go back to our pole of 3 times, now, how many times does 3 go into 17?
5 times.
5 times. So the 5 goes over here underneath the 9, right? All right, so this is 15. 17 minus 15 is going to give us 2, right? Come over here, 2. We got to bring something down. That's the 0. Minus, let's get back in here and let's start with the flag. The flag is 4 times 5. That's 20. 20 minus 20 is going to give us, all right, this terminated, that's the answer.
Where did you get the, is the 4 from?
Flag. The 4 is always the flag.
Okay.
See how this is red and this is red? This is what I'm indicating.
Yeah.
Just like the 3. See, I'm trying to group these off in 2. Pole flag, pole
Yeah.
flag, pole flag.
So the pole flag, you're obviously.
The first number in the beginning of the thing are the pole and flag.
Multiply 4.
Yeah.
And
The
it's always
pole-
gonna be in sequence like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
The pole always determines what number's going into the quotient. All right? That, notice this always went there, this went there first. All right, now if it's in the quotient, we got to multiply both the pole and the flag by it. That's why that's the same. That's why that's the same. That's why that's the same. Now the only thing you got to remember about the flag is the flag brings the next digit down. So over here, well, over here we had a 1 remainder, so 1 we brought down the 9. Over here we had a 2 remainder, the next digit was 9 again. Over here we had a 2 remainder, we bring down the 0. Now, this method works good as long as you don't get a negative number in your flag, which you will from time to time. Now there's a separate little process you have to do when you get a negative answer in your flag. Okay, I just want you to be aware of that. We're going to do those next. And I'm glad Sheila's happy to see this.
I'm still right, okay?
All right, I'll give you a minute, that's all right. You're going to like this, Sheila, because it gets even trickier.
I don't think so, I don't like this one.
You don't like this one? You're going to love it, wait.
I keep telling you, old school, I'm old school.
You're too young to be old school,
That's okay, I have an old school heart.
but you got a new school mind.
Yeah.
All right. All right, everybody, tell me when you're set. You're set.
Are you gonna do another one?
Yes, it's going to be trickier. That's how you learn, you keep pushing the envelope.
All right.
Everybody good? All right, now, I'm going to have to make these steps a little smaller because there's a little side calculation we're going to have to make. So I'm going to take this off.
All right.
And what I'm gonna write here is,
You're gonna keep the colors going?
yes. Okay? Start out like that. Here's our pole. Our flag is 2. Then we're going to do this. Okay. Now I'm going to have to do more steps. So I'm going to start over here for step 1. So step 2, this is going to be the pole, this is going to be the flag with the number. I'm going to start out, let's say 4 doesn't go into 2, but 4 does go into 26, so we're going to start out with 26 minus, then we're going to take our pole and say, how many times does 4 go into 26? 6 times. This 6 goes into our quotient, right? So it goes here, underneath the 6. Alignment may be critical here. All right. We're going to calculate this out. This is actually 26 minus 24. We should be left over with about 2. Latoya? All right. All right. I got you.
I'm getting it, so.
Okay. All right. Now, we take our remainder, we put it down with our flag. We got to bring down the next number. So we have to bring down a 7. Alright, we got the 7 there. Alright, now this time we got to do our flag, so 2 times 6. We're going to use that same 6. Alright, this is 12, right?
6.
So this is going to equal 15. Alright, so this part we're pretty good, right? No problems. All right, so we got our 6 there. Now we got to go to our next pole. I'm going to give you a little space here. This will be 3. Step 4. All right, so we're going to take 15 minus. We got to use our flag again. 4. And 4 times what is going to give us 15?
3.
3.
12.
All right, so the 3 goes over here, right? Whenever we have something in the pole, we got to put it in our quotient.
Wait,
This 3 is going to be used down here as well.
so why did you use a 6 for the 2 when you could have gotten to 27 closer?
Wait a minute. This is what's in our quotient, right?
Okay.
We multiplied it by the pole. We have to multiply it by the flag as well. That's why these are grouped in 2.
Okay, so whatever, okay, I get it.
So down here, when we get to the flag, we're also
You
going to
have to do
multiply it
it
by 3.
Okay.
All right, so let's,
Bring down the 3.
not yet. This is going to be what, 12? This is 3. All right, bring down the 3. We're going to pull the next number. What do we use? We use 7. The next number in line is 0. All right, so now minus. We got to get our flag. 2 times, it's got to be 3 again, right? So this is 6. And let's say 30 minus 6 is going to give us what?
24.
24. All right, so now we go to the next line of flag and pole. Or pole and flag, rather.
Bring down 24.
All right, so the 24 comes down there, minus, we got to go back to our flag. Pole, rather, pole. Times. What do we have to multiply 4 by?
6.
So 6. So now this 6 also goes over here. Alrighty. Now, we notice here we got 24 here, we got 24 there. This equals 0.
You gotta bring down 2.
All right, so now we bring the 0 over here, which really doesn't do anything. The last number we brought down was 0, so now we got to bring down the next number, which is 3 minus. We go to the flag now. The flag is saying 2 times 6. Okay, that's 2 times 6.
12, so it's going to be negative 9.
This is negative 9. All right, now we got a problem.
Have mercy.
All right, so here's what we're going to do when this happens. We're gonna go down to the next line here. It's still